All right, so I represented a friend of mine in a relatively sizable property loss claim. My buddy was kind of well-to-do. He came from a rich family, so we had like a lot of nice things. I'll just start with that. So he's taking the final test to like get out of med school, and there had been a fire in a series of brownstones, and he lived in one of the brownstones. So the fire resulted in the fire company taking down one of the brownstones. So now in this row of brownstones, there's a gap. So my buddy lives in the one that was immediately adjacent to where this gap is. And so the day he's taking the test, the excavation company comes in to dig out the old foundation to start rebuilding the new brownstone. And while they were doing that, they overexposed the adjacent foundation, and the wall to my buddy's house falls. So now you can look into this 3-level brownstone like a dollhouse, right? So like from one side you can look in. And so they notify him during the test that something, happened at your house, and he tells this funny story. He's like, I don't care, I'm studying. And they were like, well, what about your wife? Is she all right? So he told them where she was, and she was fine. So then he finally gets back home, and he was like, well, that kind of sucks. That's kind of crazy, but at least all my stuff's okay. And the fire department's like, we gotta spray this place down with water because of all the dust. The dust could be, noxious and poisonous. So he was like, all right. So he literally watched the fire department spray this 3-level brownstone and with a fire hose, right? So like just destroying most of his stuff. So now he tells this funny story because he's like, well, that sucked too, but I could salvage some stuff, right? And then the fire company's like, well, we don't want anybody going into this building because it's seriously compromised. So we'll try to grab what we can for you with the claw. The claw's on the end of an excavator, and it can't be delicate. So he describes the story as if this claw goes up and just tries to like grab a dresser, but it just crushes the thing and pulls it out. So at the end of the day, he goes home, and when he started, like all of his stuff was fine except anything on the wall that fell. And by the end, he really could salvage only a few pictures. So he hired me to handle the property loss claim. Who did we sue? We sued the excavation company that overexposed the foundation and caused the wall to fall. And since he didn't own the building, he was entitled to recoup all of the losses of his personal effects. You have to hire a public adjuster. They come in and they try to recreate forensically your life and all of your possessions, put a value to it. And we had success. We got like $125,000 worth of contents, but kind of a crazy story.